I was supposed to eat 300 bodies by end of January to complete the mission, but I failed to meet the requirements. I only managed 50. My classmates' parents, who I killed, is also coming to my dreams, threatening to kill me. Our cult leader killed one. Yellow viewers, welcome once again to another educative episode of African Confessions HD, right here on Extraordinary Africa. If you're still new, in this show we publish lifetime confessions. Usually we publish anonymously for their own safety reasons. And today in our video we have 3 confessions, so stay tuned as we are going to take you through these stories. Viewers, without wasting much of your time, let's go straight into the confessions. Hello, Extraordinary Africa. As per tradition, please publish anonymous. I am a lady in the early 30s. Back to my school days, I dated this classmate of mine. We were of the same age. He loved me so much, but I thought I was going to find someone more loving, so I didn't take the relationship serious. We studied together, going to prayers together, was together in good and difficult times. We dated from grade 9 to grade 12. The guy broke my virginity. We never met again after finishing grade 12. Distance separated us. I moved from rural area to the city. In Cape Town, I was to stay with my older sister. Her husband is someone much interested in women. Yes, he is rich, but his weakness is in women. The first week I arrived, my brother-in-law was already approaching for love. I told him, hey, what about my sister? He kept on pressurizing me. In the end, I was tempted by money. We dated secretly for almost 2 years. Sometimes my sister was out with work. I was with her husband enjoying ourselves. In the end, brother-in-law impregnated me. So I have this guy I met at church. We dated. He was my real boyfriend. With brother-in-law, we were just fleeting. After noticing I was pregnant, I told brother-in-law the baby date of the pregnant. We planned this. Brother-in-law paid a night at a local hotel for me and my boyfriend. I was going to seduce him so we could sleep. Everything gone as we planned. The following month from there, I told my boyfriend I was pregnant. He accepted the pregnant. He loved me so much. I eloped to his house. We started staying together. After 9 months with the pregnant, I gave birth to a baby boy. My husband loved him very much. You don't know, the child is not his. My husband works in a workshop. His employer likes him because of good punctuality. This other day, the employer invited us for dinner. We went to the boss's house with our child. I almost fainted after we arrived. The boss is my high school boyfriend. You could feel love between us. He is not married and don't have a child. That night, everyone got drunk, but my husband was worse. I could not know what I was doing, but I woke up in my husband's boss' arms. Luckily, my husband was not yet awake. That month, I skipped my period pain. I am now pregnant for my husband's boss. So these days, I'm cheating on my husband. His boss usually give him heavy tasks at night so we can have time to meet. Sometimes I will be at the boss's place. Sometimes you could come to our house. I loved my husband's boss before I knew his true colors. He is the one who broke my virginity. That's why I loved him. Now I heard rumors he is plotting to kill my husband over me. I don't want this to happen. I prefer staying with my current poor husband than him. The boss uses dark magic. Recently, I saw a human nose on his fridge. I told him all my secrets before. That's why I am out of ideas. He is threatening to tell my husband if I stop coming to his house or tell anyone. At the same time, he is my pregnant baby daddy. Guys, help me with advices. Please do not scold me. No one is perfect in this life. I broke up with my boyfriend over the phone. A few minutes later, I heard a knock. I wondered who would be knocking this time of the night. When he called out my name, I realized it was him. He apologized, but I don't want to hear it. I chased him away and said he should go home. He told me his gut feeling, saying he should stay with me for the night because something bad might happen if he left. I didn't want to hear any of that. I saw all this as bullish and excuses so that he could stay with me. After 2 hours of begging me to take him back, I locked the door and went to bed. He left after that. I tried falling asleep, but what he said kept me up. What did he mean something bad would happen? Is that thought just crossed my mind. I jumped up, wanting to run after him and tell him to come back. But as I got up, I heard 3 shots. I stopped at the door, shocked, praying it was not him. I ran outside, not caring about the shots, and saw someone laying there. Please don't let it be him, I said with tears in my eyes. As I approached the guy, I could literally feel my heart sink. I screamed, seeing him in a pool of blood. All because of me, I lost the only person I will ever love over a damned stupid argument. And because of my stubbornness, he is gone now. All because of me, only here to vent. Please help me. I don't know where to start. Yellow Uncle, can you please republish my story? I am still living in hell. I want advices from the people. It all started when I was in Form 2 at school. In Nyanga, I am from a poor background. Both parents died in a bus accident 12 years ago. I was raised by my grandparents. They were very old. They could not work very much. They used to do farm pieceworks for a living. It was getting harder and harder for them as they were getting old. Suffering increased. They could only afford to pay school fees. I went to school without shoes. I could eat once a day at supper. That same year, a newcomer came into our class. We shared a desk. He seems to be from a wealthy background. He wears a complete uniform. He could buy lunch every day at the school snack shop. We get to know each other as time goes on. We became close friends. He started to come to school with 2 lunch boxes, one for him and one for me. On the closing day of that term, he gave me a bottle of body lotion and a necklace for me to remember him during the holiday. The following day, I used the lotion after taking a bath. After using it, I started to feel as if there was something inside my body. From then till now, I started to have daily dreams several times a day. Whilst dreaming, my body could be here, but my spirit could be somewhere very far. I traveled in spirit to many places I have never saw before in my physical eyes. I have been in Belgium, I have been in United States of America, I have been in Brazil and many other nations. I have never been there in my physical. I have been there performing evil acts. I didn't understand what happens to me. I told some of my relatives, but they couldn't understand. Most people thought I am now mentally disturbed because it's senseless to them. 2 weeks later, I visit a cult center in spirit. At that center, there were 10 people dressed in black gowns. 9 were standing in a circle. At the center of the circle, there was a very big chair colored in gold. At that chair, there was standing a lady dressed in red gowns, putting on a crown on his head. The lady seemed to be their leader. Of all the people I only knew, my class's best friend. The cultic center is in a forest. I don't know where exactly, but I think it's in Nigeria. As soon as I arrived, the 9 standing all looked at the lady. They said, "Here is your child, Blood Queen." The lady said, "Welcome to the Blood family, my son. You have passed 2 weeks test we set for you." She gave me a mission. My mission was to kill one of my classmates' parents. That classmate of mine's father was a priest. The priest fell down whilst preaching. The cult leader told me that I has passed the mission. I was given a second mission, which I am failing to complete. I was tasked to attend funerals and eat the deceased bodies after raping them. My grandparents passed away of COVID-19. I stopped going to school. I started to feel hungry for human flesh. Trouble began when I tried to rape a board of an Malawian whom I suspect their ancestors were protecting. From then, I am being beaten by people I am not seeing. I was supposed to eat 300 bodies by end of January to complete the mission, but I failed to meet the requirements. I only managed 50. My classmates' parents, who I killed, is also coming to my dreams, threatening to kill me. Our cult leader killed one of my siblings, Melody. She is also threatening to kill me. My friends, please help me. I am suffering. I won't repeat the same again. Yes, my sister, in the first confession, I think what you did is very wrong. Not what you did, what you do is very wrong, my sister. At the first place, you was not supposed to elope with the child to the person who is not the father. You're abusing the man. You're abusing the child. The child must know the roots where he came from. The child must know his true biological father. You are abusing. She wants that love from his biological father. My sister, after doing such, you are now pregnant for your husband's boss. They are giving him heavy tasks to do so that you can have time to meet. Is that good? Is that good? My sister, you need to move on from that man you are abusing. Ask for forgiveness. Tell him the truth so that he can move on when there is still time. You need to start his own family. You are already on the second child. So be very clear. It's now unreversible. It's now unreversible. Mark my words. My sister, it's very wrong. It's very wrong. But I would like to thank you so much for sharing this story. Maybe there can be someone who is in a same situation like what you are. Thank you so much for sharing. And there is this lady who is saying, I broke up with my boyfriend over the phone. A few minutes later, I had a knock. I wondered who would be knocking this time of the night. When he called out my name, I realized it was him. He apologized, but I didn't want to hear it. I chased him away and said he should go home. He told me his gut feeling saying he should stay with me for the night because something might happen if he left. I didn't want to hear any of that. I saw it as bullishness and excuses so that he could stay with me. After 2 hours of begging me to take him back, I locked the door and went to bed. He left after that. I tried falling asleep, but what he said kept ringing on my mind. What did he mean something bad would happen? As I thought just crossed my mind, I jumped up, wanting to run after him and tell him to come back. But as I got up, I heard 3 shots. I stopped at the door, shocked, praying it wasn't him. I ran outside, not caring about the shots, and saw someone laying there. Please don't let it be him, I said in my tears in my eyes. As I approached the guy, I could literally feel my heart sink. I screamed, seeing him in a pool of blood. I am very sorry for your loss, my sister. It happens in life. Sometimes in relationships, you can have these type of arguments. It's really there. So I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. Maybe, thank you so much for sharing. It's a lesson to some of the people who were listening, who were tuned in for today's show. Thank you so much for sharing, my sister. We are very sorry as Extraordinary Africa. Hope God will forgive you. I'm very sorry, my sister. I'm very sorry. It happens. It happens in life. And there is this other confession we repeated. The person is keeping on sending us messages. Solution Angle, can you please republish this story? Those days, your channel was not big as it is now, so help me. This is the day. He joined Satanism. He was an orphan while still growing up. Satanist took advantage of his poor background and used him. Now he is in danger. Guys, if you know someone who can help this guy, please drop the contacts deep down there. But my brother, I encourage you to keep on praying. Keep on praying. Don't stop searching for a God-fearing church. You will find it. Remain faithful. Everything will be okay, my brother. Viewers of Extraordinary Africa, I would like to thank you so much for tuning in for today's show. Thank you so much. That was Solution Angle for you. You have a good day.